Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It's Friday, August the 23rd. The year's 2019. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap up. I know, I know. You've seen it hundreds of times, right? The money and risk management screen. But you see, it's so important that we employ money and risk management. I just have to show it to you each and every day. I watch other traders' videos and get their emails and sometimes see their blogs or listen to their podcast. And it just always amazes me how they can go on and on and on for hours about moving averages. I mean, there's this one guy saying how, let's see, what was it? The 90-day moving average. When price closes above that, that's the signal. But how much time do they really talk about the money and risk management and how important that is? Because you can flip a coin, heads long, tails pass. I mean, and so long as you have money and risk management, you just might get lucky and profit. Of course, over the long haul, I don't know if that's a profitable strategy. Heads go long, tails pass, come back tomorrow. But if you have something maybe a little more methodical than a coin toss, like some horizontal lines, you might have a better chance. But if you don't do this, your chances is next to zero. And of course, fellow traders, always remember, never forget that these videos are for educational purposes only, and your results may differ from mine, and that trading's really risky, especially Forex trading. So, that being said, always seek your advice from an accredited financial professional rather than somebody on YouTube, right? Okay, here we go. So it's been an interesting week with the Euro AUD. You can see we're 145 pips above the weekly open. So I hope somebody took that last cross to the upside. And you can see we hit the weekly pivot too. I think when we get to the pivot screen, we'll see that. And year, month, week, and day are up. Nice breakout there on the day. And today we had that first day of the week break, 89 pips above there. So you can see once again how a simple horizontal line trade can pay off and pay off nicely. We're above all the opening days for the month. And for some strange reason, the computer's deciding to run slow here. Not sure why. But right here you see we had a one ball at the bottom signaling to look for longs. So there was possibilities, this entire week to go long and make money. And yesterday we hit the first day of the year open range right there, and we've taken off. And lo and behold, those inside bar traders today, you see we dipped back into that inside bar, but if you took that long, you're 117 pips to the good. So once again, showing how simple horizontal line trades can be profitable. You don't need squiggly lines. You don't need these lower indicators. You could just take these breakouts. And in fact, that's what that 90-day guy was talking about, saying how some breakouts, these false breakouts. I mean, if it goes out by a point, 1/10 of a pip, that's still a breakout. I mean, I've talked about that before, so I won't beat that dead horse. But I just hate when these people talk about false breakouts. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So once again, simple horizontal line trade, you could have been up over 100 pips. And that's not hairy hindsight. We called that a couple of days ago. And you can see we've got some pairs over 100 pips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pairs over 100 pips. Some nice movement there. And here we put in a daily H1 lowest open. Let me switch back over to H1 here. You could see that just a few hours ago, and prices moved upward since then. Now, once again, we had the pivot point within the buy zone. So that's no bias. So here we long. That was a profitable trade, a short, profitable. Here we go, a short, depending, you could have been stopped out here. Another short trade could have been profitable. Short trade, that was profitable. A long trade, profitable here. Short trade, probably a stop out or a scratch. And here a buy zone trade to the moon. Red rats, get ready. Let me switch over to H4. There's that weekly pivot. I believe I called that earlier in the week. Look for that to fill. And there you have it. And these calls, it's not predictions, it's just based on the statistics. How often does the weekly pivot get filled? And for some strange reason, this computer is really running slow. I'm not sure. I don't have anything else going, so I'm not sure why it's doing this. So I will pause. No, I guess I don't have to. But here you go. You see we took out this pivot. We just took out this pivot. Oh, actually, that pivot was already taken out that day. But we took out this pivot, I believe, yesterday. Hit today's pivot. So we still have two pivots that haven't been taken out this month. And let's see, we'll have 5 days next week to take out a couple of these pivots. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Price action. Quite the move here. But as I've mentioned before, because of the size of these candles, there's very few candles that open between the lines and stay between the lines. You see here, that one barely broke the line. But even had you taken that long trade, I don't think you would have stopped out. You might have reaped some profit. Oh, psychological 1.6500 might consider short. It just sailed right through the wick zone. And I'm really not sure why this computer's taking forever to do anything. So it never even looked at the lower wick zone, but right through the upper wick zone, in and out, in and out. Horizontal line trades, simple yet profitable again. You can see here on the tick chart, we've moved up about 5 pips or so. Einstein line right here. There was a short trigger followed by a long trigger. And you can see on the daily the highs that have been taken out. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, you see if a high has been taken out, been crossed over, it doesn't plot anymore. So all these horizontal lines here, these are highs that haven't been taken out. And these lows are lows that haven't been taken out. But you can see right here that this low got taken out by this movement. And then this low got taken out by that movement. But this low and this low hasn't been taken out so far. And we wait for the candle to close. And, you know, this works on different time frames as well. You can see here 6509. I'm waiting for a short opportunity. See, this candle closes in 5 minutes, so but the video will be over in less than 2. So you just have to wait and see what happens. Went right through that Tokyo Open. And the range, you see we're in the ATR range here. Halfway through the weekly ATR. Weekly range 203. Looks like the daily range 155 at the moment. Once again, simple horizontal line trade off the weekly open. You had a chance to get in right there. And fellow traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it.